Hey everyone, what's up? This is Blaze along with Blue,
Hello.
and this is going to be the Mirage theory video that a lot of people have been waiting for. Yeah, people were excited for this one, and I was too, because it's just kind of the time where we go over everything that we kind of want out of Mirage.
Yeah.
Things that we know might not happen, but it'd still be cool to talk about. And, just kind of throw ideas out there to see what could potentially be in this new update.
It's kind of a semi-structured get-up. I mean, definitely.
Blue's got some talking points written down.
I do, because it's important. Well, we're currently in the Arcanum, because that's the biggest tie. You and I were talking about earlier, Nate, how every world now has to include the Arcanum in the story.
Yeah,
right?
It's a main point.
Well, yeah, the spells, well, especially kind of broader picture with shadow magic.
Yeah, we haven't gone in the shadow room yet.
With Velma von Venkman.
Velma von Venkman.
She's a character. We don't really know much about her.
It's because she hasn't even been back here, so she hasn't unlocked the Shadow School yet.
Well, no, not at all. And then it kind of brings it up, too, where, honestly, I just had a revelation. Let me just get a quick zoom that you brought up a really good point.
Oh, yeah, we were doing some investigative work over here.
So, now this is just starting to tie it in for me here, team. Nate brought this up. I'm not stealing this name. The Eclipse School. Look at the sun.
I came over here and I looked at this. First, I'm like, oh, it could be an eye, but also could be a solar eclipse.
Yes. Now, tie that into the Mirage deserts, right? What if we learn some type of, like, key to open up this, like, some, like, chant?
But it only can be seen during the solar eclipse.
Yeah, and that you can go inside of this door.
That was in Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit.
Yeah.
It had to be a certain time of day.
Cool? Would that not be amazing?
It has to be a certain time of day in order to go in the thing.
Chills.
That could be really cool. I like that.
No, honestly, that is
like only a certain time, but maybe we're on like the clock trying to race to get to the tomb or wherever we have to get to in order before the solar eclipse happens or something. I don't know. But
I just got chills.
Like, why is this school, boarded
it's
up?
so protected, right?
Yeah.
No, I mean there's a door and then there's another border and it's electrified.
You have to get through 2 of these blockades to get in there.
Another thing of noting, team, tying in with all of this, it's not deathly. Let me explain. And you brought this up, Nate, how I said, well, why are these trees presumably dead right outside here, right? Nothing grows without sunlight.
I know,
Eclipse.
But yeah, like if there's a solar eclipse for a long time,
maybe it's a permanent one. No, because maybe it's not a permanent one. Maybe it's induced. You never know.
Yeah, maybe well, why would this only tie into Mirage though? It could be other things, but maybe it's just signifying that during a solar eclipse, nothing's gonna survive, even though it only, I don't know. I don't think a solar eclipse would last that long.
A powerful school.
Yeah, so that's a little theory that we're like looking at with this.
Excuse me, I could talk
potential eclipse school. I don't know.
I'm going with that.
But I mean, doesn't this look like an eclipse? Like, come on.
It does.
Definitely does.
My toes are shook.
But why would an eclipse be able to cause that much damage? Or maybe they just, I don't know.
Honestly, I have no idea.
Maybe we have to ask Ambrose about that one.
Yeah, well, you brought up a good question too, though. With before we even get into a lot of the background art for what's up, Frankie?
Frankie.
Yeah, forearms over there.
Sorry. Kind of forgot about him.
Yeah. Well, anyway, no, but who is the new headmaster? Is our goal? Will we learn throughout Mirage as we get higher and higher by learning from these scholars?
Yeah, I don't know.
The true new headmaster.
I don't know who is leading the Arcanum. And
I know
we met that other guy
it's
who we had to fight.
Yeah,
to get our spell, but he was
side get him though.
Yeah, he was just like the training guy.
Very
so
true.
Maybe we still have to meet him. Maybe it's that tree in the back.
Honestly, I did a lot
I'm not feeling that one.
I did some meditation over there, and I don't think so. But yeah, no, that kind of actually leads into the next part, team. This is where it really gets into depth with kind of some possible lore. If you want to talk about the first pick here, Nate, with the
let me go pull
old Cobham Good and well, I mean, wow. Let's just take a
yeah,
step
this
back.
is the first picture that we saw when they teased Mirage.
Let's take a step back. All right, we know already from the writings in Zafaria, the cave drawings, right? This was written down eons ago. This is the Scorpion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So
Scorpion, Mirage, Sand, it all makes
exactly, it makes
Has
sense.
to
So
be.
we already killed the rat, literally.
Because the other one is the bat, you know.
Right,
So.
and that brings up a lot more theory, but that's for another year. But the thing is, though, when you look at this picture, you see the guy with the red stave, right? I believe he is like the leader of like maybe a possible.
The staff
Yeah,
looks like a
he's
pincer
yeah, exactly.
for a scorpion.
Oh my gosh, I just got chills. That is how.
That's exactly what it is. He is the scorpion. So
where did you get that from?
I just looked at it.
I just saw that. That's legitimately a pincer if I've ever seen one.
It's the claw.
That is the Scorpion King team. Well, I mean, the reason why I thought those because all his little demon get-ems with like the little ghost.
Yeah, he's probably somehow controlling them with that. Or
maybe like little sand dune people. Yeah, and you see the army in the background with like the little spears. And...
yeah, so he's got his army of the undead.
Oh my god, I'm actually completely shook. And that's just one person in the picture. And obviously, Cobb is like the grand designer.
Yeah, and he's just like looming over everyone. Like, but it's kind of cool how there's like a dividing line where the bad on the right, and then potentially the good. I mean, we don't know yet, but
yeah, exactly. And then you have like, honestly, when you kind of get towards in the middle before we even talk about the left, because the left is really mystical. You have the merchants, which we'll get to later about the different shops in Mirage that we see later in a different pick. But the guy in the little green get-em with like the 2 jewels.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely makes me think, and kind of like almost an Aladdin-ish thing, especially kind of tying. With
the short guy in Aladdin that sells him.
Yeah, little merchant, right?
Doesn't he sell him the lamp? Yeah,
I believe so. And I think, I don't know about, maybe the guy in like the black robe might be kind of an evil guy as well. So don't think he's a merchant, but honestly, because he has like little green smoke coming from his hand, you see that?
Mm-hmm.
He might be like a wizard or something like that. You don't know, but. When you said about honestly 20 minutes ago,
it feels like 20 minutes already.
Yeah, the princess, in Aladdin, honestly, it's possible the person in the green robe, the lady in the green robe.
Yeah, she seems like the Jasmine kind of figure of this.
And you're looking at the skull with the crown.
He seems like he'd be like a helpful kind of guy that's gonna like guide us through.
You think so?
Kind of like, I don't know the name of the monkey in Aladdin. Do you?
No.
Oh, Abu. Abu?
Oh yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's kind of what the vibe I'm getting out of him, like a helpful guy. Yeah.
Pretty good.
And then we were thinking the girl in the pink, that's kind of genie.
That is a genie. That is straight up voodoo. You have pink
straight
smoke
up genie
with blue smoke goo.
Even the pants kind of look like, the puffy ones from the actual genie in Aladdin.
Well, it's interesting too. I mean, honestly, it'd be pretty cool to have. Honestly, there has to be genies. We'll get to that genie theory a little later as well because we see that with the shop. But the little fox guy with the stave, definitely, I think he's a rogue desert man, without a doubt. Yeah.
And then potential underwater area with, like, we literally dive under the oasis.
Yeah, there's like an oasis area, like possibly in a desert, and like there's like these noble fish people with like, they're like natives. Oh my gosh, I'm freaking out.
Yeah, so
that's the potential for that one. I love how we got all of that from like just
that from the first picture they ever even released of this.
That's huge, Nate. But yeah, that guy's the Scorpion King. Like, wow.
Okay, what I was gonna say earlier was I'm excited to see what his final form of a scorpion is gonna look like, because the rat transformed into Rasputin transformed into the rat.
I think he's literally going to turn into a scorpion.
And each of these characters have like their own ability that they, Rasputin's was hypnosis with his like amulet thing that he held, and then this guy is going to be his scorpion staff.
Yeah, something. It has.
And he can he uses to control, his minions. So yeah.
Right, possibly.
That's some cool theory there.
That is. I love that. Which one do you want to talk about next?
All right, yeah. So we got some other concept. We're not gonna dwell as long as we did on that one, but that was the juicy one. Was the characters?
That was the juicy one, Nate.
So the most recent one we've got, they call it Agrabah, which is definitely Aladdin reference.
Well, yeah, I think even the Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts, you go to Agrabah. Like that's how
that's crazy.
That's what I visualize when I see that, just running through those streets. And so we got that. We got some peddler shops.
Oh yeah, you see the genie lamp get them like straight off the bat.
The lamp shop.
Right.
The rugs.
let me zoom into this real quick. I'm
What is
actually,
that
like,
little?
looking
What
at-
is that thing on the right, the bottom right, against the wall? Is that like a scroll or something?
It is like a map. It is a
Okay.
map. That is a map. You even have a. I'm just like zooming in because like I've analyzed this, but like because
Not
just
this closely
solidified.
yet.
Well, I mean, when you solidified that scorpion with like literally was a pincer stave, I freaked out. I'm not even
That
kidding
already
you.
blew your mind.
Other than the fact that this is honestly probably more than likely, Nate, and I'm not saying just to like tone it down, but it's probably just like the main area, like one of like the main
Yeah, like I can
hubs.
imagine it.
I
There's
could be this being the bastion of Mirage.
yeah,
you know
there's
what I
gonna be
mean?
multiple little shops that will, the wand
Yeah.
shop and stuff that will be around here.
But I'm
Maybe
looking for-
that genie lamp shop is the wand shop because you get a genie lamp as like a as a wand.
Yo,
That can-
talking about gear though, wow. But yeah, I mean that's probably just a main hub. But
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
what we get
need
out of
to-
that.
yeah, that's a good one.
I mean, is
like
Agrabah
that.
going to be the main hub? We're not sure, but it could
I have no
potentially
idea.
be.
Probably not though.
Yeah, so the next one we got is
Wow.
they don't really name this one. They just say, let's imagine
Something
what it's
about
like to slither
slithering
through the
something.
streets here.
Now let me just say this. Let me take 3 steps back while I fall on the floor. Look at the roofs. Literally mushrooms. This is an underground area.
Mhm.
I'm not even kidding you.
Well, yeah, because it looks really dark.
Yeah. Like
And the roof up there, both of them, I mean all of them to be honest, look like a mushroom. So
they look like mushrooms.
got to be underground.
And I believe there has to be some snake get-ems in this one, without a doubt, and/or it seems like Mirage in itself as a world is kind of a balance between where kind of you have like the
A bunch of different
affluent-
people like
Well, yeah, you have like the
kinds of
affluent get-ems
animals
with like
live.
the jewels and whatnot and whatever.
then
You have, like,
underground's going to be these.
you have like underground sneak 'em good, like kind of like a secret society or something. And then you got like desert. You got the potential for this world is huge. If it's longer than Polaris, but like longer in a good way, not just like a get 'em good quest way, that would be great.
Yeah, in
You know what
terms
I
of areas, I mean, Polaris, I'm not sure how many areas total it had, but definitely
Well,
not
it's
as
just a quick
much.
world. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
So, I don't know. I
Wow.
mean, there's just judging from these few pictures, though, it seems like there's some variety there.
There's some variety, and
With
I
that.
love that. So Nate, 118 spell possibly or pet? What do you think?
I hope it's pet because
You think so?
I mentioned this in my other video. Yeah, we have the 98 pets, which we can get now on our fire and ice characters who just hit
Right.
98. And in Polaris, we didn't get a pet. We got the spells.
Right.
And now Mirage, I don't know. It'd be cool to get spells.
It would.
And we might see that with these schools. I mean, are these schools? Is this Eclipse potential school going to give us a spell? I don't know.
I mean, could it be the? Yeah. I mean, honestly,
Like, why not? Because we're opening, the Shadow School to be able to see, inside of it for once Fatima
know.
returns.
I
Or
feel
not,
like
it's not
no
Fatima.
matter
What is it?
happens
Dalma?
with what we get. I mean, my theory for 118 death spell, let alone going into other schools, definitely I believe has to be some type of like desert death god. That's just what I'm settling for. That's it.
Rises from the sands.
No joke though. Like literally, like some type of like dark essence of like evil, like that's surrounded through like sand and stuff, like this like death golem. I don't know. That's all I'm settling
Yeah,
for.
I mean, going forward though, we have to the spells basically have to be shadow spells.
They do.
So-
Until they introduce a new school. People have theorized that school behind the storm lightning over there is light. I don't think so. It might be.
This doesn't
but
look like
probably
light
not.
to me.
It doesn't. No. But new spells.
Unless
will
it's saying
always-
light, but it's being like held back because an eclipse would hold back the light. I don't know.
You never
A lot
know.
of theories there, but
That is. Honestly, I'm just excited. It's really thinking that it's coming out this upcoming week, team. So stay tuned. Wow, we're gonna be busy if it is.
yeah, that's gonna be really exciting. I mean, I'm more expecting it Tuesday, Wednesday would be
Yeah.
like the best days for them to release it if they're going to.
Right.
We've seen test drums released later in the week. Kind of hope they don't, but they do, and
We'll be doing it no matter what.
Yeah, and then we got the most exciting thing is going to be that life and death walkthrough once that goes to
my
live
gosh,
realm.
the return.
Yeah. What character are you going to be doing test drum? I'll be doing
Yeah.
my storm.
We're
Maybe
doing
do
that.
death. Okay. Yeah, so we'll be doing that just to kind of quickly go through it, and
Oh yeah.
we'll be posting kind of interesting moments that we find. We'll be, you know, compiling that together like we always
Honestly,
have.
I'm more excited for this world than I was for Polaris.
Yeah, Polaris was cool, but I don't know.
I feel like this can deliver more.
I feel like this one's gonna bring the story out more. I hope it does.
I think so too.
So, yeah, that's exciting. So, all is gonna be happening next week. Hopefully, it's a lot of hype. I'm sure they'll tease a little more stuff, but at that point, I think they're just gonna get ready to release Test Drum. Hopefully, I mean, release the Test Drum. But yeah, so that'll be happening next week. Hopefully, if you guys have enjoyed this theory, then go ahead and leave a like on it. Subscribe for more videos because we'll be, you know, doing Test Drum as soon as it comes out. So make sure you're up to date on that. And other than that, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you all next time.
See ya!